Good evening. Tonight let's discuss the United States and the Haitian Revolution, 1791 to 1804. The Haitian Revolution created the second independent country in the Americas after the United States became independent in 1783. U.S. political leaders, many of them slave owners, reacted to the emergence of Haiti as a state born out of a slave revolt with ambivalence, at times providing aid to put down the revolt, and later in the revolution, providing support to Toussaint Louverture's forces. Due to these shifts in policy and domestic concerns, the United States would not officially recognize Haitian independence until 1862. Prior to its independence, Haiti was a French colony known as Saint-Domingue. In Saint-Domingue, slave-based sugar and coffee industries had been fast-growing and successful, and by the late 1960s, it had become the most profitable colony in the Americas. With the economic growth, however, came increasing exploitation of the African slaves who made up the overwhelming majority of the population. Prior to and after U.S. independence, American merchants enjoyed a healthy trade with the colony. The French Revolution had an impact on the colony. Its white minority split into royalist and revolutionary factions, while the mixed-race population campaigned for civil rights. Sensing an opportunity, the slaves of the northern region organized and planned a massive rebellion, which began on August 22nd, 1791. When news of the slave revolt broke out, American leaders rushed to provide support for the white people of the colony. However, the situation became more complex when civil commissioners sent to the colony by the French revolutionary government convinced one of the slave revolt leaders, Toussaint Louverture, that the new French government was committed to ending slavery. What followed over the next decade was a complex and multi-sided civil war in which Spanish and British forces also intervened. The situation in the colony put the Democratic Republican Party and its leader, Thomas Jefferson, in somewhat of a political dilemma. Jefferson believed strongly in the French Revolution and the ideals it promoted, but as a Virginia slaveholder, popular among other Virginia slaveholders, Johnson also feared the specter of slave revolt. When faced with the question of what the United States would do about the French colony, Jefferson favored offering limited aid to suppress the revolt, but also suggested that the slave owners should aim for a compromise similar to that what Jamaican slave owners made with communities of escaped slaves in 1739. Despite their numerous differences on the issues, Secretary of Treasury and leader of the rival Federalist Party, Alexander Hamilton, largely agreed with Jefferson regarding the Haiti policy. The Haitian Revolution came to North American shores in the form of a refugee crisis. In 1793, competing factions battled for control of the then capital of the colony, Cap Français, now Cap Haitien. The fighting and ensuing fire destroyed much of the capital, and refugees piled into ships anchored in the harbor. The French Navy deposited the refugees in Norfolk, Virginia. Many refugees also settled in Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York. These refugees were predominantly white, though many had brought their slaves with them. The refugees became involved in émergé politics, hoping to influence U.S. foreign policy. Anxieties about their actions, along with those of European radicals also residing in the United States, led to the passage of the Alien and Sedition Acts. The growing xenophobia, along with temporarily improved political stability in France and the colony, convinced many of the refugees to return home. The beginning of the Federalist administration of President John Adams signaled a change in policy. Adams was resolutely anti-slavery and felt no need to aid white forces in the colony. He was also concerned that Louverture would choose to pursue a policy of state-supported piracy like that of the Barbary states. Lastly, the colony's trade had partially rebounded, and Adams wished to preserve trade links with the colony. Consequently, Adams decided to provide aid to Louverture against his British-supported rivals. This situation was complicated by the quasi-war with France. Louverture continued to insist that the colony was a French colony even as he pursued an independent foreign policy. Under President Thomas Jefferson's presidency, the United States cut off aid to Louverture and instead pursued a policy to isolate Haiti, fearing that the Haitian Revolution would spread to the United States. These concerns were in fact unfounded, as the fledgling Haitian state was more concerned with its own survival than with exporting revolution. Nevertheless, Johnson grew even more hostile after Louverture's successor, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, ordered the execution of whites. The Napoleonic attempts to reconquer the colony and reimpose slavery. French defeat led to the Louisiana Purchase. Jefferson refused to recognize Haitian independence, a policy to which U.S. Federalists also acquiesced. Although France recognized Haitian independence in 1825, Haitians would have to wait until 1862 for the United States to recognize Haiti's status as a sovereign, independent nation.